when the three strikes legislation was actually operating in New Zealand, it led to some manifestly unjust results. There was a couple of individuals who got a 7-year prison sentence, one of them for kissing somebody in the street. That was his third strike. And the other one was a guy already in prison on his second strike, and he patted a female prison officer on the backside. Not cool. I'm not saying that's justifiable behaviour, but it doesn't justify a 7-year prison sentence with no parole.
So there you go. That's the first two parties who are setting out their wares when it comes to this conversation, Chewy. I'm going to go through next and show you a couple of things that Louise Nicholas says. And again, the disagreement with her position is what she says victims want, the three strikes law will not provide. I'll show you that in a second. But anything you want to jump in there, Chewy?
Yeah, look, I kind of want to put my thoughts in here about three strikes. I agree. It doesn't work. It is great if you want to appear tough on crime, which is why you see it parroted by the people that parrot it around the world. We have decades of data from the US that it doesn't work. We have tried it here and it doesn't work. There are people that are unfortunately the victims of crime, and yes, it's an emotive issue for them. Of course they want these people to go away for longer. You know, I feel for them. That's a natural human reaction. But is it right? Like, justice has to be, in some cases, really dispassionate about stuff. And if they're going to go with those sort of vibes of just punishment, not crime prevention, which is what we should be looking at, but punishment.
Yeah.
Then that's what we're going to get. And in every case that three strikes has been trialed, what you end up with is overcrowded prisons.
Yeah.
And I think if you combine this with getting rid of cultural reports as well, like, we don't want to understand what has led this person down the path. We don't want that information. We don't want that data. We just want to crack down on this person, and then we want to make sure that we have the heaviest bat there available at all times.
Yeah, and remember the
combo.
The idea of the cultural. So let me paint you a picture. That one, the guy got 7 years for kissing the wrong person. It was Friday night. He'd been out with the boys. They were all happy. They had a great time. He was drunk. He thought he saw someone he knew. Went up, gave him a kiss, was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And the person who he kissed took umbrage, called the police. 7 years. The no cultural reports, and remember, I learnt this as well, so I'm not saying I had this all right. Cultural reports means anything leading up to the crime that might impact the crime, like those things that I've just said in this hypothetical, that now won't be looked at, won't be negotiated, and as the criminologist Roger Brooking was saying, the judge will have to just go, "Sorry, dude, chung chunk, 7 years." Now think about this as well. I haven't researched this so much, but remember, this government is also about saving money, about being proactive with New Zealand's funds. Putting people in prison who don't need to be in prison for 7 years for a kiss for 7 years is hugely expensive. It's $190,000 a year, I think, to keep a basic, not even like maximum security, but a basic security prisoner. So there you go. 7 years, you've just cost the country over $1 million for a kiss. But this is what this government and this side of the political spectrum do all the time. They'll say one thing and they'll say, "Oh, it's all about saving money. You know, government's got to cut its cloth. We've got to make sure we don't overspend, we don't overcommit." And then when it comes to things like this, they will just commit to doing things that will end up costing far more than we need to spend on issues that don't need to be handled like that. So it's hypocrisy and it's stupidity as well.